Title: The Weight of Kindness by D. Carr. In a town called Grey Ridge, nestled between mountains and shadows, life unfolded in a routine that many had long accepted as normal. The residents, well-meaning but weary, had grown accustomed to the darkness creeping into their lives, the petty arguments that erupted over trivial matters, the divisions that formed over ideologies, and the quiet sufferings of children who went unnoticed amidst the noise of adult disputes. Among them was a woman named Clara. She was known for her kindness, often going out of her way to help others, whether it was baking cookies for a neighbor or volunteering at the local shelter. But lately, Clara found herself feeling drained, as if the weight of the world had settled upon her shoulders. She had dedicated herself to being a good person, yet every day felt like an uphill battle against an avalanche of negativity and despair. Clara spent her evening sitting on her porch, watching the sunset bleed into the horizon, contemplating the state of her town and the people she cared about. The once vibrant conversations with friends had turned into arguments, and the laughter that echoed through the streets had faded into silence. She began to wonder if her efforts made any difference at all. "Why am I always holding out for hope?" she thought, frustration bubbling within her. Where is the gratitude for kindness? Where is the willingness to listen? One day she decided to take a walk through Grey Ridge, hoping to clear her mind. As she strolled past familiar streets, she noticed the faces of her neighbors, some scowling, others avoiding eye contact, and a few full of anger. Clara felt a pang in her heart. She had always believed in the goodness of people, but now it seemed like that belief was slipping away, like sand through her fingers. In a moment of vulnerability, Clara found herself at the town's small park, where children used to play and families gathered for picnics. Now it lay empty, a reflection of the town's growing discontent. Sitting on a weathered bench, she closed her eyes and let the thoughts swirl around her. "What if I stopped trying to hold everything together?" she mused. "What if I let go of the expectation that everyone should see things my way?" As she opened her eyes, a realization washed over her. She was tired of being the one who always understood, who empathized, who forgave. Perhaps it was time to step back and allow others to confront their own struggles without her constant interference. Clara stood up, feeling a mix of relief and uncertainty. She would still be kind, but she would no longer shoulder the burden of everyone's pain. In the days that followed, Clara took a step back. She stopped intervening in arguments, stopped trying to mediate disputes, and instead focused on her own well-being. To her surprise, the world didn't fall apart. In fact, as she withdrew her energy from the negativity, she noticed that others began to engage more deeply with their own struggles. They started to confront their issues without her guidance, and conversations began to shift from anger to understanding, albeit slowly. As the weeks passed, a subtle transformation began to unfold in Grey Ridge. People started to realize the impact of their words and actions. They began to listen to one another instead of shouting over each other. Clara watched from a distance, her heart swelling with a bittersweet mix of pride and melancholy. She had stepped away from the role of the fixer, and in doing so, she had given her community the chance to grow on its own. Clara learned that sometimes it's okay to be tired of being good. It's okay to let go of the expectation that others will always follow the path of kindness. In her newfound freedom, she found solace in the belief that change could come from within, and sometimes letting people find their own way was the greatest act of kindness of all. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this tale and want to hear more short stories that explore the depths of human experience and imagination, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Together, we can explore even more stories that inspire and uplift one another.